people when they are passing through hard time. Be careful. Among the things people don't forget in a hurry is the way you treat someone, the way you make them feel when they need love.
Amen.
Everything you do in life is a seed. It doesn't matter how many years it may take, it can catch up with you.
Amen.
There are some things you will do. People may pretend to forgive you, but they kept it as a record.
Amen.
Be careful how you treat people when they are passing through hard time. People who need your love, why are you breaking them in pieces? Someone who came to church looking for refuge, after being abused in the family, they ran to the house of God. They came to church, you don't know what brought them.
Amen.
It's the same people you start gossiping about.
Amen.
To break them more. To break them emotionally.
Amen.
Be careful how you treat the people. The time they need love. During the time when they are much vulnerable.
Amen.
Be very careful.
Amen.
Those things they don't forget.
Amen.
That is why there are many children. No matter how much the parent will apologize. My daughter, I'm sorry for the way I treated in the past. I'm sorry for the way I denied you in the past. I was not there. No matter how much you apologize, there are some children who will never forgive.
Amen.
Why? The moment they need your presence is the moment when you broke their ways.
Amen.
Be careful, I insist again.
Amen.
When someone is going through vulnerability, when they are very weak, they need love and care.
Amen.
That is the moment you decide to break them down with wickedness.
Amen.
There are some people that your talk, your gossip, chase them out of the house of God.
Amen.
You don't know what brought them.
Amen.
You don't know which problems that drove them in the house of God.
Yes.
Most of people who come to church, they've been chased away.
Amen.
They've been disappointed in their families. They ran into the feet of Jesus. They said, let me hide in the house of God. Let me save him. Let me give my time. And then you came to church with emotions. You start taking advantage of those wicked people. And then out of what you said, they left the church.
Hey.
Out of what you did to them, they ran. And where did they go? The blood of those people.
Amen. Amen.
Anyone you see in the church, anyone you meet in the street, is going through a situation you are not aware of.
Amen.
Always be kind to people.
Amen.
You may see people dressing well. You don't know what they are passing through emotionally.
Amen.
Be kind to people.
Amen.
You may think you are always going through worse until you meet other people. They tell you their story. You'll be like, wow, mine is better. Be very careful on how you conclude on people, how you want to judge on people. It is not everybody who's suffering, who's always being punished by God.
Amen.
There are some people, even though they are suffering, it is God who's behind it to test them.
Amen.
Before promoting them. It's what happened to Joseph. Joseph found himself in prison, not because he committed the sin they say he committed. He did not rape that woman. But he found himself in prison for almost 13 years.
Amen.
He was innocent. He didn't commit a crime.
Amen.
So if Joseph met you today, they're going to say what? Joseph, you see, you are a rapist. He didn't do anything. They lied.
Amen.
Child of God, there are some people who suffer the world, not because they are evil, but the world has been unfair to them.
Amen. Amen.
Be kind, be gentle, have some mercy, have some sympathy.
Amen.
May God bless someone.